What's up, y'all? So today we're going to be talking about why the VR6 was one of the most interesting engines ever made. So 6 cylinders is generally established by the car companies as like the perfect balance between like power and like compact size. So on one hand we have straight 6 engines. So like engines like the 2JZ and the RB26 are an example of inline 6 cylinders. They're typically really smooth and they sound really good too. But they're just so big that they would be really cramped inside a lot of modern cars today. And then on the other hand, we have V6 engines. So like the VR38 and the VG30 and engines like that are all V6s. They're a lot more compact, as you can see, than an inline 6, but they're really unbalanced and they don't sound very good. Or as good, at least. Then on a third hand, you have flat 6 engines. A lot of Porsche's older air-cooled engines are flat 6s and some of their newer ones are as well. But you could also argue that these are too wide. So that's where Volkswagen brought in the VR6. As you can tell by this picture of the block right here, it's not a V6, but it's not an inline 6, and it's most definitely not a flat 6. So what is it? It's its like own classification. There's nothing else really like it. So the name VR6 actually comes from a combination of the V formation sort of, and then the German word for inline. And for all of you curious about German etymology, the word is Reihenmotor. Now there are a couple really important benefits to the VR6 as opposed to a V6 or an inline 6. It's compact enough to fit in a tiny ass hood like that, but it's also not as difficult or hard to maintain, or there's not as many parts as a V6. Because while a V6 needs 2 heads, 2 of everything, this one only needs 1 of everything. But even though its relatively design is simple, it's actually a pretty complicated engine. It's also a lot harder to modify because of its complexness. I think that's a word, complexness? I just remembered, the word is complexity. I actually owned a VR6 motor. This was her right here. I didn't ever have a name for her. I bought her for 300 bucks and it's a Passat VR6 from 97. They really do have like the sound good ability of like an inline 6 and like the compact nature of a V6. I mean, this was a pretty small car. They're also damn near as smooth as an inline 6 in my opinion. Man, I fucking miss that car. Anyways, that's besides the point. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. See you later.